It's personal story time.
Rumor has it, Steven, that you have a unique activity that you do with your son, right?
Oh yeah, me and my kiddo are maybe not professional, but definitely amateur Sasquatch hunters. We are on the hunt in my neighborhood. Every now and then, as it gets dark, I've been told by him. My son is 8 years old. We'll call him Sam because that's his name. Sam is 8 years old, and he loves cryptids, all of them. Jersey Devils, Sasquatch, Mothman, whatever. It's like his jam. Skunk ape. He loves that stuff. So I every now and then we'll find an activity to do. We're like, hey, you want to go hunt a squatch this evening? So we'll get in my old Ford pickup because if you're gonna hunt squatch, you got to do it classy.
Yep.
And we drive down like the half mile to the pool next to the forest. We go out and we walk the perfectly paved nature trail looking for squatch evidence. So that is our activity. He currently really wants to make a YouTube channel where we record our adventures on a GoPro and try to find a squatch. But it is an absolute wonderful. It's like snipe hunting. Yeah, if you remember snipe hunting when you were a kid,
that was actually mentioned by my
kid. Yeah, snipe hunting. But we know for sure that there is a Sasquatch out in the woods. Like this isn't some sort of thing, some sort of made up game your uncle sends you out to do. No, it's out there. Found some bark, and he insists. My son, being the tracker, I'm just following along. Insists that these are bite marks from a Sasquatch on this bark. He said they like to chew on it in the wintertime. I don't know where he learns this stuff.
Now, how old is Sam?
He is 8 years old. He'll be 9 in like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I met him at Dragon Con this last year.
Yeah. He followed me around for a little bit there, where we actually met a professional Bigfoot hunter. Wild story. We're leaving the hotel to leave Dragon Con. We're all kind of like, oh man, we had a good time, but it's time to go. Walk out of the hotel, and there on the bench, like sitting right next to where our car was the Bigfoot hunter that we saw on a panel earlier that week. It was like the monster show from History Channel or whatever. He's over there, massive human being, 7 foot tall guy. Like it felt that way anyway, but big old beard, overalls. I'm like, that's the guy. I'm pretty sure. So I took Sam over there. I said, Sam, I said, hey, can my son get a picture with you? He loves Bigfoot. He's like, oh yeah, super cool guy. Was telling my kiddo all about like the scariest monster he'd ever seen and stuff. I mean, these are guys that could get paid for autographs if they wanted to. And he was just out there just chill, enjoying talking to my kid about Bigfoot for about 5 minutes before we left. And I was very happy that we ran into him. It was great. So my kid's Bigfoot obsession continues.
We're going to
catch. There you go.
Yeah, pretty sure we're going to catch him.
So Random Kid had a question here. How can you be a professional Bigfoot hunter? Followed up by, how do you make money?
So that's an excellent question.
How does this guy monetize his Bigfoot hunting?
Well, you find yourself a TV network that's willing to pay you. The only difference between an amateur and a professional is the cash money. And he has paid him and 4 or 5 other knuckleheads who are big personalities. You don't get your own TV show on the History Channel by being just kind of mediocre. These guys are over the top. So like it's just like ghost hunters, man. They get paid to go wander around scary buildings. They don't know, but there they are doing their thing, making money. I think we could do it. If you guys and me, like Charles can come if he wants to. We don't have to tell him about it. We could probably be professional Bigfoot hunters.
Oh yeah.
I think it's pulled off.
Well, and part of it is convincing people that you know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And there've been like books written on how I became an expert on something, and literally 90% of it is selling yourself as an expert and convincing the right people that you are an expert. And it doesn't matter if you know anything.
No. No, you just need to know more than they do, or appear to know more than they do. That's all it is. Yeah.
So on a serious note, though, it sounds like just from the adventures that you're having, one of the things that your kid might grow into is a geocacher.
Yeah, we've done that.
Okay.
We have done that, and it is a blast. He gets a little frustrated we can't find stuff.
Oh, look, as an adult, I get frustrated when I can't find stuff. Yeah.
This glue sucks.
Right.
But but we have done it. We found some cool stuff, and every time we find it, it's the greatest thing ever. He gets so excited.
It's that hunt thing, right?
Yep.
It's be careful because that can easily turn into I need to collect things.
Yes, we've seen that a little bit of that. Pokemon cards are the current thing, but the desire
into the Little Mermaid. You just have a full cove of random stuff you found.
A cave of junk. We just find it in this room somewhere. Like, what is this?
Yeah. Geocaching is awesome, and it's still like way more active than people think it is. It's just not as in fashion.
Oh yeah, I love it. I've been doing it since college. Like it's a blast.
Yeah.
Oh man,
so much easier now with phones.
According to Random Kid, Charles is a shaved Bigfoot, a hairless Bigfoot.
I guess I need to tell Sam he's met Bigfoot. We just didn't even know.
Right.
So man,
that's the strategy. Are you guys coming to Dragon Con this year?
Sam will not be coming with me this year. My wife and him, he's getting older, so missing school is getting a little bit more, of a thing. So I'm going this year, but I'm bringing along TV's Travis and Audie Norman.
Okay.
If you're familiar with those guys, they'll be coming along with me.
Oh, that's cool. I actually I haven't met Travis in person, but I've been on his show a couple times.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be good to see him in person.
Yeah, we're gonna have a blast, but we're already disappointed. Stephanie's like, I would kind of wish we had decided to come. So next year they might be
they might be back.
Doing it. Yeah, they might be back. Yeah, but sure. Yeah,
cool.
There you go.
What's next,
actually,
Joe?
While we're there, what brought you down to Dragon Con?
To begin with?
Yeah, because you're up in North Carolina, right? So
yeah. But when I first went to Dragon Con, I lived in Tallahassee, Florida, which isn't that far. And it was the only con I knew about at the time other than Comic-Con in San Francisco. I was like, Dragon Con sounds neat. So I went, and that was like one of the first years the podcasting track was around. It was a podcasting track then. And like it was the people from the Twit Network and Brian Brushwood and stuff were all there that year. And that's kind of what drew me up there. And Ashley and I were convinced we were going to eventually be on the digital meet the podcast. We're like, that's the goal. That's like the Super Bowl. If we could just get there, we'll make it. And then we did, and it was awesome. Only thing that separates you from your dreams is an email. That's what I learned from that experience.
It's very true. Yeah, if you go to DC Digital Media Track on YouTube, I'm pretty sure there's links in all of our videos to get into the Discord. And if you want to participate, just ask.
Yeah. And can I do a show at Dragon Con? Sure. Why not?
Yep,
what just happened? Yeah. And then we got 3 other cons after that because Dragon Con gave us confidence. So there are 2 cons in Raleigh, in the Raleigh area. And we were just like, can we do a show at your con? Yeah. Can you do it at 10 o'clock on a Thursday? Yes. I don't care. Whatever. We're coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Charles is trying to get Wise and Nerdy at more cons this year. We've already been to 1. We'll be back at Dragon Con this year. And he's aiming, I think, for 3 more for Wise and Nerdy. Plus, he wants 20-something speaking stuff at conventions in general. So not even just Wise and Nerdy, but he's pitching a game show and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah,
good for him. I'll just let me know when to be there. I'll show up if he doesn't. So
that's right. So actually, at Chattacon is where one of the Roll That Dice, that was Bob, Tales by Bob, and he was on our panel at Chattacon for Wise and Nerdy. So that was a lot of fun.
I would show up, but given that I am the evolution of Charles, we can't be at the same place at the same time. Ripping the space-time continuum.
Well, now that we know he's Bigfoot, does that mean he's like the Cro-Magnon version of Steven?
Yes, actually, yes. He is the Neanderthal big forehead version of me. I like it. Does he listen to the show? Probably shouldn't let him. It's fine.
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, I think we ought to convince him to cosplay as Bigfoot.
Yes, I'm in. Get
I
a big
still,
Chewbacca outfit.
I still think
take
we
the
should
thing off.
convince him. He's got a Snorlax onesie. I would love to see him wear that at Dragon Con too.
Yep.
Although he would have heat stroke. He would
Oh, he would
boil
not
up
be
in
okay.
that.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, down in the pits of the Hilton. No, I don't think so.
I've seen Phil wearing various Pokemon outfits, and he's
Yeah.
moist.
When he takes that thing off, you're like, "What? Are you okay?"
Woo! Well, and you got to stand downwind too.
Yeah, and he's got his feet sloshing around from all the sweat draining at the bottom of his onesie.
Yes. Plan your cosplay accordingly because
Uh-huh.
it is hot in Atlanta.